Hello everybody and welcome to Friends of Mineral Town. Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town. So, today, I don't want to have a look at the TV actually today. Oh, my kitchen is so nice. I wonder if I still don't have a fridge though. Don't know what that's all about. So, it is a rainy day today, which is really good because I haven't checked on my nature sprites in ages. We got 3 of them today, which says to me that 4 of them are sitting at home with nothing to do. So I'll go and get them to... I'm kind of happy to keep harvesting myself because then I get to know what I'm doing with things. Oh, you know what that'll mean? I'll have to manually feed these guys. Have I got any feed in there? I do. Nice. Okay, so... I'm not even too worried if I don't feed Trist, but XGS definitely needs feeding. So you will grow up good and strong and healthy and then start making me 10-star chickens. And once you start making me 10-star chickens, I'll basically get 3. Then I'll sell you. Then I'll get them to breed the 4th one. And then everyone will be 10 stars and that'll be fantastic, or 10 hearts. I keep saying stars. You know, if I say stars, I mean hearts. I probably should actually feed. I'd feel guilty if I didn't feed you, Trist. So yeah, I think we'll be okay. I think that's what I'll do with the chickens, and I don't think it's going to take too long now. I think probably by the end of summer we'll have the correct chickens that we need. I can't stand this. This is just annoying. Let's get that all sorted. I may, like, once I have enough, I may do the thing. I mean, I do like having stuff that I can sort of grow, but I may start putting stones around the outside to contain it. But then there is also part of me that's like, I kind of like having the extra fodder. This is what's going to feed these cows through the winter. I'm going to buy a whole bunch of animals today, so patrons look out because you're going to be getting named today. Why am I trying to put weeds in there? The cow can't eat weeds. Put them in the shipping bin though, get them out of the way. I'm also going to put my lumber that I've got away into my cabinet so that I'm not using all that space for... Oh, come on, is this again. Right, there we are. Just got to click in. The other thing that I need to do is to make sure that I go through my bag and stuff before I start any festivals and make sure that that bug isn't interfering with any of the cutscenes, because that could be a thing that's happening. That needs to get thrown back on the ground. So yeah, the things I need to be checking on the TV. I need to check the TV on a Monday for the fishing. I need to check the TV on a Tuesday for the cooking. I need to check the TV on a Saturday for home shopping. Those are the 3 days that I will need to check the TV. Other than that, nah. Get rid of this rock, I think. There are lots of stone for me. It's Thomas's birthday, so let's see if we can find him. He might be in his house if it's raining, so... I'll check his house first. I think he lives up the top here in one of the houses here. Hello, Jennifer. I can't for the life of me understand Mr. Carter. Is that all you say? Because that's getting quite vexing. Say other stuff. Is this Thomas's house? No. Is this Thomas's house? Yes. So, Thomas, I'm going to give you honey. Honey seems to be a fairly decent all-rounder. There's not many people that don't seem to like it. Ah, Sheila, I'd completely forgotten. What with all my mayoral duties. Thank you for the reminder that today is my birthday, by way of such a lovely present to boot. Honey never fails. Such a good present for people. It's the 25th of summer now. I'm going to have to keep my pennies a little bit for some other stuff. But what I want to do now is go and see how much a fridge costs, because I would like to start, like, now I'm at the point where I've got my kitchen and everything, I would love to start just keeping things in the fridge. That would be amazing. So let's go down here. Pop out to the carpenters. If we happen to see Brandon on the way, we'll give him a gift. Hello. How you doing? Would you like this? Thank you, Sheila. I'm surprised you're aware of my preferences. What do you want? Okay. That's not a very welcoming response there. I need to go see the nature sprites as well. But the residents, we're getting somewhere with them, actually. Considering I don't put a lot of effort into it. Thomas is 3. We've got a few people at 3 hearts. You is at 3. Jeff's at 3. Sasha's at 3. Managed to get the doctor to 3 somehow. Cliff, Dudley, Ran's at 3. Dudley's at 3. Most people seem to start at 2. Brandon's at 3 already. That's great. So that's starting to make a difference. Hey Harris, want to take my daily patrols? I always stop by at Mr. Gott's house for a very short break. Wonderful. Now, Mr. Gott, I wanted to speak to you. I wanted to speak to you about... Ooh, a much bigger house. Can fit a big bed in it. So that'll probably be for me, like, getting married and stuff like that. Which is nowhere near yet. I could get a coop upgrade if I could collect a little bit more lumber and stone and stuff. And we could get 8 animals in there. At that point, I would like to sort of buy some rabbits and stuff like that. I'll probably try and buy some sheep and other things like that today to go in the barn. Because I've only got 1 animal in the barn right now. So I'm going to maybe also impregnate the cow as well. Square windows. Changes the windows to square. Comes the attractive shutters. But that doesn't have a... Square without shutters. Maybe I have to do that first. Round windows. A slightly bigger house. Oh, we already bought that. Oh, we already have square windows with shutters, I guess. But we can change them to something else for 25k. I see. So probably the coop and the barn will be the things. I'm not going to worry about my windows, for goodness sake. Like, that's a bit of a thing. But what I really wanted to do today, other than just like nosy around at how much upgrades would cost, is to actually go in here and... Oh, I was going to get like orange trees, wasn't I? For autumn and winter. Might do that. I mean, if I get another apple tree, then that's going to work straight away. And it will work through the autumn as well. But I think the orange trees, we're going to want to get some of them soon. But a clock allows you to check the time. Might be useful at some point. A fridge. Yes, yes, yes. A bigger cabinet. I don't think I need that yet. I don't know what an LCD would do for me, so at the moment I'm looking for functional things, and then I'll be looking for decorative things later. So we have a fridge. Now we can store crops and foods. Wonderful. Let's get a bit of lumber from these tree stumps now as well. I'll actually be able to get them out of the way. And the more I'm doing that, the more I'm able to like level up my stuff, which is really cool. Okay, so we've given Thomas his birthday present. We've picked up all the stuff off the ground. I'm just doing that now. We've all the crops are being watered by the rain. That's fine. I've fed the chickens, but I've not fed the cow. And I've also got that cow impregnation thing to give as well. Okay, so gotta look after you now because you're going to be having a baby. Really, you're in the way of the feed. If you want to be fed today, that's great. So what I am going to do, just to make sure that my little cow is fed every day, I am actually going to put the fodder into here. Just for now. I'll feed one by hand as well. I don't even mind if I double feed, but that just backs me up in case I forget. Oh, hang on. Go back in. Back in. There we go. Okay, so now let's give you this thing. Aha, looks like Buttercup is pregnant. Can I still milk you while you're pregnant, or can I brush you? Pregnant, I should leave her be. Yeah, okay, so we're not going to get milk while she's pregnant, but that's fine. Happy with that. Okay, so I think now I know that the fridge was only like 12,000. We do actually have enough left to get ourselves a flavoured cow. It's so good. It's gonna be my first fruity flavored cow. I was still gonna have a couple of harvests before the end of the month, so I think I have enough money to do that and get the seeds I want for the autumn. Oh no! When are you open? Not on a Friday or something? Closed Mondays, 10 till 3. Ah, well, we'll come back tomorrow. It will be this episode though, don't you worry guys. 10 till 3, that's such a short time. Okay, so I really need to spend like a day in the mines. Like a whole day, not just a bit of a day. So I think what I'm going to do with the rest of the day... Ooh, something. Oh, a seasoning set. Use seasonings of salt, vinegar, sugar, and soy sauce, and miso to elevate your cooking to Elite Pro level. Drop by and get yours today. That would be quite useful. I should do that. And your home renovation went smooth as butter. Well, ain't it a bit bigger and nicer now? Oh, I threw in a kitchen for you too. You could probably stick a fridge in there now if you want. I just got some of them in stock too. Come by, check them out. Okay. Cool. We can do that. But I think what I'm going to do for the rest of today is a little bit of like stuff with my thing. Oh, I need to talk to the nature sprites and the horse. Ah. Oh, there's still more emails. Hang on. Did I not read them both? That's the toolbox, not the mail thing. Oh, I won a raffle again. I got more of Van's favourite. I now have 22k in the bank. I definitely need to buy a cow tomorrow then. I could buy 2 with that. Good grief. I need to see the nature sprites. I need to tell them what's up. I don't know. I hope that their place is not closed tomorrow, but at this time of day. I hope I can still get in and see them. Like, it's going to be 6 o'clock, and I think at 6 o'clock they might close. Oh no, Sheila! You're so bad at time management in this game. 20 minutes too late. Darn it! And I probably could have gone to see them if I hadn't been, like, an hour too late to go to the cows. Oh, we'll have to do better tomorrow. Right, let's just see, with the nature sprites, how long they've got left. 1 day left. 2 days left, 2 days left. Okay, so we do still have some sprites helping out tomorrow. I don't know the weather. We can check the weather. It might be another rainy day and I might get away with it. But now I'm going to run out of time because I've had to run halfway across town. Hey, how's the farm doing? It's business as usual over here. Our chickens are happy and thriving. Well, I'm glad about that, but, like, get out my way. Okay. So, back to the farm. I'm going to go check my TV. I want to see what the weather is like tomorrow. I might have to do some watering myself. Ugh. Nothing going on tomorrow, so that's wonderful. No, it's sunny tomorrow. Oh no. So I think I've got 3 of them still watering for me tomorrow, and that's fine. I'm just gonna go out and maybe do some fishing, maybe just do some clearing up. I still have a few weeds to pick and a couple of stumps to grab. Yeah, I'll grab 2 of the stumps firstly then. Where's my axe? There it is. Yeah, I'm feeling a little... I might take a little break after this. I'm starting to feel a little tiny bit stressy, and I don't think it's the game. I think it's a little bit me. So I think maybe like a little bike ride or something just to chill me out would be good. And then come back and be in a better frame of mind for it all. I'm not feeling like in the best frame of mind. I think the stuff... Get back on the ground. I think some of the stuff with the worry about whether the cutscenes were working has kind of gotten to me a little bit. because it's always a bit worrying when you've done hours and hours and hours worth of work, and you do, like, I've got saves for this. I'm saving this like individually each time, but you think, oh, maybe because of something that I didn't realise about. I didn't realise it got bugged like 14 days ago. Got to go back and do a load of stuff, but the fireworks working did make me feel a lot better about all of that. So that's a bit of a blessing. So I've got 3 more stumps to do, and it's looking a lot nicer. I've got one little weed over there that I can just go grab, and maybe a little bit of, well, actually no, I'm gonna, what's that about? I'm gonna leave the grass for now, I think. Let it propagate a little bit more. I'm definitely getting a nice lot of grass in for winter. If I have 2 cows in winter, I'm gonna need 60 fodder to last the whole way through without having to buy any more. But we should be good. I keep saving it up all through the autumn, and you know, they might be able to go out and graze. I'm not sure. I'll have to check. It might be too cold for them to go out and graze in the winter time. Got some more lumber now though, which is lovely. So put that in my cabinet. I'm only using like 1 page of the 3 pages I have, so I don't see a reason yet to upgrade the cabinet, but it's reasonably cheap to do so. There we go. Let's all that in there. And what I can do now as well is my extra grapes and my extra honey and stuff I can put into the fridge. And there's some apples in there. I can put that tea in there that's been in there, like, annoying me for ages. And the purple grass can go in there. So I can keep a lot of these things now that I wasn't able to keep before. I'll keep my inventory a lot clearer, which is wonderful. I want to go into my bag and I want to see if I can move things around in my bag. Yeah, like that, for example. I really don't like my bag being all, like, messy. I know, a bit of a neat freak. I can be sometimes, and sometimes I can really not care. It depends on my mood. Right, so I think it's maybe time for bed now. Maybe time to end the episode as well. No, it's not. It's only 17 minutes in. We've got loads of time. Wonderful. So tomorrow we're going to get some cows. That's going to be what we'll do tomorrow. There's no birthdays tomorrow. It's nothing special at all going to be happening. It's a normal day. But it's not going to be a normal day because I'm going to get an awesome fruity cow. And possibly some sheep as well. I'm thinking a sheep and a cow. Morning! I guess I shouldn't be surprised that the farm is up this early in the morning. So guess what? I came to visit because I have something I want to ask you, Sheila. You know my family keeps livestock at our store, right? Well, I got curious about how you take care of your livestock compared to us, and I was wondering if I could watch. Will you show me how you take care of all your animals? Sure, watch and learn. Oh really? Yay, I knew you'd say yes, Sheila. Okay then, would you please show me around your farm? Alright. Aha, so this is where your cows and sheep live. Okay, I see. And this is the silo where you put all the fodder for them. Boy, there are an awful lot of important things on a farm. This is so cute. Oh, so this is the coop where all your chickens live. What a quaint little coop. It seems well built and super roomy inside too. Yeah. It must be an awful lot of work to run a farm this big all by yourself. I could never do what you do. You have more strength and work ethic than I ever imagined. I'm impressed. Weirdly enough, that just makes me want to know more about you now, Sheila. Yay. Okay. Thank you for showing me around today, Sheila. It was lots of fun, and I learned a bunch too. It's getting late though. I should probably go. Bye-bye. I hope this has not taken the entire day. Okay, 1 PM. Right, that's not so bad. I can still go and see the nature sprites and get this harvest done. Pick up that weed. Oh, there's weeds everywhere again. Ah! My little dudes have been doing their watering though, thank goodness. So let's go and first thing I want to do is go see the nature sprites before I do anything else. Then we'll... Oh, you know what I need to do first is get the cow. That has to happen now. Then the nature sprites. Then I can harvest. Okay, so something you want? Animals! Oh, the animals! Strawberry fruit. Strawberry coffee. Should we get a strawberry one? It looks really cute. Okay, Bubbles. Bubbles, this strawberry calf. There. And I can also get myself a sheep. And an alpaca, I reckon. And I can start, like, breeding all of them as well. Because I got 8 spaces. So if I have 4 animals, then I can breed all of them. And basically, I will sell the mother and keep the baby. And that's how it'll work. It might mean I don't really make much money from the animal produce to start with. But my goodness, once I do start getting those giant eggs and things, it's going to be really good. So, alpaca. Give it a name. It's going to be called... Skewer. No. I think that's Skewer. I think that's how you spell it. I hope it's right. You know who I mean. And a sheep. And this is gonna be Casey the sheep. And I think that's what I can afford today. And then we'll start getting rabbits as well. When raising alpacas, be sure to feed them every day. Pick up fodder from the dispenser, put it in their feeding bin. Put it in the bin for each alpaca. If you forget to feed them, they won't grow. Give them their fodder directly. It's important to show your animals love and care as you raise them. Stand near an alpaca or press and confirm to talk to them. Brush them. Shear them with clippers. I'll need to buy some clippers today. Or like later. Any alpaca with fully grown coat can be sheared. The more your alpaca likes you, the higher quality their fleece will be. You can breed them with a breeding kit. Once bred, your alpaca will have a cria. Is that a baby alpaca is a cria? That's so cute. I've never even heard of that. In a few weeks' time, the alpaca breeding kit can be bought at Yodel Ranch. Once bred, feed the alpaca by putting its fodder in the breeding bin. I need to put the fodder in the breeding bin for the cow. Right, we need to do that right now. I've been hand feeding though. I hand fed yesterday the cow, so hopefully that's fine. Crias born on your farm will grow to like you more quickly than alpacas that are bought. Ring the bell to send your alpacas out to pasture. Leave them in the pasture for several hours. They will eat any fully grown grass provided you planted some. At 8 PM, the alpacas out in the pasture will return to the barn. Okay. And it's all the same for the sheep. Brush, clip, blah, 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 lamb, 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 little baby lambs, la, 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 send them out to pasture. That's exactly the same. I'm glad I read back through that though, because I'd forgotten about the breeding bin thing, the breeding pen, so I need to use the breeding bin. Does that mean only one thing in the barn can be pregnant at once? I'm not sure. We're going to have loads of cool babies now. We've got an alpaca and a sheep and a fruity cow, fruity calf. Let's go and have a look at them all. And then we'll send them all outside for eatings. Right. Oh, look at my little barn now. It's full of cool stuff. So good. Right, let's get some fodder into the breeding pen because I've got a pregnant cow right now who's probably very hungry. I can feed all you guys. Hey there, Skewer, if you want this fodder. Nom 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 nom. Hey, Buttercup. Buttercup is pregnant. She has about 20 days left to go. Hey there, Casey. You look well and in good spirits today. Let's just give you that fodder. On this fodder. There you go. Hello, little Bubbles. You're looking happy and healthy today. And we want this fodder. Nom nom nom. So it'll be about 3 weeks. So in the autumn time, they should be grown up, which would be really cool. Buttercup. You like this fodder? All the fodder's gone that I put down yesterday. Maybe they ate it all. I don't know. I'm going to try and feed them by hand every day if I can. I'll let them outside now. No, actually, yeah, I'll let them outside and I'll brush them outside. Gonna brush you outside. If you can't be bothered to come outside. Hey, Bubbles! Brush, brush, brush. Oh, I didn't really hit you with that, did I? There we are. Brush, brush, brush. Squiff, you have the awesomest hair. Oh, Casey there. It seems to me like Buttercup wants to stay inside. Possibly because of the pregnancy. So we won't be able to milk anybody today or share anybody today. They're all too small for that right now. Or pregnant, so it's fine. It's a breeding program. Right, let's go and let the chickens out before it's too late. Oh gosh, no, I haven't talked to those nature sprites yet. Ah! I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna have to water all this myself tomorrow. Oh no. What's the weather gonna be like? Please rain. No! There's so much to do. And the day goes so fast. Alright, let's get this pineapple harvest. What I'll do, I'll water the pineapples myself. And then, like, maybe the other stuff I can just wait a day. If I look at their contracts, though, I think 1 day left for blueberry and 1 day left. So I might have Sunny and blueberry tomorrow, maybe. I don't even think I'm going to have them, though. If I only got Sunny and blueberry today. Oh, no, I've got 3 of them today. So let's have a look. I had 3 of them today. And... oh, Mint had 1 day as well. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm screwed tomorrow. I think I'm in trouble tomorrow. I'm going to be sitting there watering all my stuff myself tomorrow. Oh, not good. But oh well. I normally get away with it, to be fair. I was so excited about my new animals, and it kind of took over my common sense a little bit. But I will just have to take that one on the chin and water as much as I can tomorrow. But the pineapples are important to water if I can. Although I got a pineapple harvest on the 26th, we're not actually going to get another harvest of them, are we? I think they're done for now. I think we missed 1 day of the pineapples because they take 15 days to ripen. And then you get 1 harvest every 5 days. Now, if you get a storm and they miss a day of watering, then they're behind. So we've had a storm for a day here, and that was enough to mess up that last harvest that I might have got on day 30. So I think we're not going to get any more. So anyway, we got some corn, we got all our pineapples, we got some tomatoes and things. I don't want to throw that in there really. So we'll get another 4,000 for that, which is really cool. I should put all the feeds and stuff away. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be bothered. 5,000 for that. I don't know what they'll be in autumn. It'll be really interesting to see what we actually get. I would like to get some more trees and stuff like that. But I need to wait for a little bit more money to come in because I want to make sure I've got at least sort of 4,000 or 5,000 worth of seed money. I think we can go to bed now. I apologise about the amount of watering I am going to have to possibly do tomorrow. Oh, I'm never getting in these mines, am I? It's just awful. Oh my goodness, look at the harvest I've got to do as well. Oh no. Okay, well let's get going then, I suppose. I'll let all the animals out and I'll go and feed them, and then the rest of the day we'll be taking care of these crops. Oh, and I'll go and see the nature sprites too. maybe we'll do that first. I don't know. Oh, okay. I think I'll just feed Buttercup. I'll make sure that there's fodder in the breeding pen. Everyone else can just fend for themselves today. Really, come on, out of the way, come on. I've got a lot to do today. But it's going to be probably more important than anything else is that I go and see these nature sprites and tell them to do their job again, and then we'll go sort out the fields. And if I do nothing else today, that's fine. And then I'm hoping that there won't be tons of festivals at the beginning of autumn, because that messed me up in the summer. Having a festival that like basically took all day right in the middle of summer. Oh, it's so bad. I need like a teleporter to go up to their house. Hello, Sprites! It's locked. Oh, well, they open at 9. Maybe they'll open at 9. It took me that long to run up here. I think there's a reason it's on the other side of town. Worth it, though. Saves you so much time. I would like your help with watering crops, please. 7 days. Yeah. I would like your help with watering crops. For 7 days. Yep. I want at least 4 of them. I love that Plum would rescue me if I was ever in danger. It's so cute. Yeah. Okay. Pumpkin, you can also do some as well. Water the crops. 7 days. Yeah. Okay, cool. Phew! Right, so let's go water these crops. I want to get as much money as possible and get as much things upgraded as possible and as much livestock as possible. I really need to get that little red grass there. It's annoying me that I keep walking past it. Statue of the Harvest Goddess. She's beautiful. Yes, she is. So they're going to come and start watering the crops tomorrow. I'm going to water the pineapples just on the off chance that I manage to get something for them. Actually, I really don't have time to talk to people today. On a day when we've got the nature sprites back, yes, maybe. But not today. Okay, so I'm going to start with harvesting and then we'll go on to watering. Luckily I got my big bag, so I shouldn't need to go to the bin too often. It's only 10:50. There's not really much else I wanted to do today. I've looked after the little animals. Yeah, okay, let's let the chickens out as well. I can collect that egg later as well. Like, it's really going to be tight for time, so I've just got to make sure they're all going to feed themselves today, so that's fine. I don't need to go and feed them. But I can just concentrate on harvesting and watering and getting everything sorted out. If I need to eat some of my produce to carry on watering, I shall do so. I haven't made anything in my kitchen yet either. I need to do some watering, some cooking, some fishing, and some cooking to make some sashimi. But again, that might not be a thing I do today. Like grapes and honey and apples over here as well. I mean, I have a lot of stuff that I can potentially eat for stamina, or I can try and go to the hot springs if I have enough time. If I can do this quickly enough, then I will have time to regain stamina if I need to. But at the moment, like, I'm doing really well for money and crops and stuff like that, so what I probably need to do is to, like, take an opportunity to dial it back a bit and not do as much myself. And obviously I messed up with the nature sprites today, and that's my own fault. And a big long line. I'm gonna leave the grass again. I really should be like sickling or whatever that up. But I'm not gonna do that today. Gotta concentrate on the important things. So I made sure that my livestock were okay first thing in the morning, then went on to harvesting. Saw the nature sprites, asked them to help me, at least 4 of them to help me anyway. We'll make a good amount of money off of this. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be watering right into the evening. Luckily harvesting doesn't take any stamina, it just takes my time. I had like 5k's worth of stuff in the shipping bin. Tomorrow, once I get all of this stuff in there, that'll be a good amount again, which would be really cool. I can buy everything. I can't believe that we're only in summer and I'm on like, the biggest bag already, but that's pretty cool. And I nearly have enough money to do, I think it was 10,000 for the next house upgrade. This really seems pretty cheap, honestly. I'm doing really well with my nature sprites, like socializing as well. That's pretty cool. So I'm feeling pretty good about all of this. Like my horse will be ready probably by the end of the year at some point. I need to put a little more effort into the horse, I think. A little bee. If they don't get their brushies today, then I don't mind too much. It's a bit tough today, honestly. Even just getting the harvest in is taking forever, let alone doing the watering. I'll see how I go. I'll do as much as I can. I'll water the pineapples and then maybe get on to watering the corn. I don't even know if the corn... Well, maybe I should just water the tomatoes because the corn, I don't even know if I'll be able to get all of that done. Haha, my bag's full on the last corn. Oh, okay, fine, whatevs. Grab it later. Okay, so we've got a good amount of stuff here. No shouting at me and telling me I could have made pizza with those tomatoes, okay? I'll sell the rest of that honey as well. We're getting too much honey anyway. 9,000! Gosh, that was quite the harvest. It might be one of the last harvests that I do, actually. But if I water, I'm definitely not getting pineapples. I know that. I know I'm not. Like, so let's just concentrate on the things that I think will come back, which is the tomatoes. I think the corn is going to take too long. I wish I could remember. Like, I always forget, and I'm not getting in the library at this point, how many days it takes for these things. But I know that the tomatoes seem to be like the least amount of time in their stages. So I'm thinking, well, maybe if we just do the tomatoes and then as a priority, I'm gonna water the pineapples just on the off chance that there's some way that they like come back earlier. I know they're not gonna, but part of me just hopes. I'll have to work out if I can grow fish in the fish pond as well. I think you can maybe feed them and grow them and stuff in there. I haven't quite worked out what the fish pond is for yet. But I will. I'll work it out. We think, people in the comments have been saying they think it's to grow small fish into bigger fish. I don't know if I have to feed them or anything. It's nearly 12. This is why I did the tomatoes and the tomatoes only, because I'm like, it might be that it gets too late to do anything else. And if that's the case, well, I did the pineapples. There are only one field of them. But that's why pineapples are quite risky, aren't they? Because what if something falls on them, if you get a storm or whatever, then that's kind of a problem. I need to get in that mine, and I need to get silver, and I need to get gold. And if I do get silver and gold, the watering can will be the first thing to go. More water! It's 1 o'clock in the morning now. I think I'm going to just do this last field of tomatoes and then I might go to bed. And if I get extra corns, then great. If I don't, then not a problem. I have made so much money out of this. It was a few thousands worth of seeds. And it was just vine crops the whole way. I was never doing any sowing or anything like that. Well, I think, guys, that is the end of the episode for today. So we showed potpourri around the farm, and that was really cool. And we got loads of new animals, and I promise I will take better care of them from here on in. I tried my best to do everything that I could today. We'll make another 10 grand, which will be enough for maybe another type of cow. Or we can just maybe do an expansion on the coop. We could maybe ask for that. I could maybe buy the lumber for it. Or maybe just save up the money and see what I want to do with it later. But we got the big bag and everything like that. Maybe do a bit of fishing, get some sashimi, and get my butt down the mine next time. We'll see. But that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more Story of Seasons, then please subscribe. I'll let you know when the videos are out. I hope to see you next time. In the meantime, though, please do look after yourselves and keep being awesome.